Hello, Subject 4. Nice to officially meet you.
Welcome everyone to the Subject 4 podcast. My name is Artemis. Today I am being co-hosted with the wonderful Nugs. Hello. How did everyone like the new intro? I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I hope you guys like the new look. I spent the past 24 hours completing everything and just getting everything fine-tuned, and I hope you guys all enjoy it. There's still some changes that I need to mean. The chat isn't supposed to go up, it's supposed to go down, but But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We can't do much with it. But
I think everybody liked it.
thank you,
Looking at the
guys.
chat, I think everybody really liked
Thank
it.
you, guys. I worked so hard on that. That is going to be our title sequence. That is going to be our intro to all the podcasts right after that 5. That's why we docked the timer from 10 minutes to 5 minutes. So that we could showcase the people who work here and who work really hard behind the scenes of the podcast. Did you guys all know that all these people work here?
I didn't know that any of them worked here.
I know, huh? There's also an Easter egg.
seeing
There's
it this
somebody.
morning-
There's somebody who is we credit 3 times. I wonder if you
Yeah.
guys got that.
I didn't know any of them worked here until Artie showed me this morning. I thought it was literally just me and Artie. I'm just kidding.
But yes, if you were a member, you got that early. You guys saw that what we were going to do. There are more good things to come. I'm going to try to update it and do different things. Do a title sequence. Once every season. So we'll get a new title sequence and a new intro. And if you are a member, so the whole point of the new intro and the new title sequence is to cast some light on the people who actually make this podcast possible. It's not Artemis's podcast at all. It is your guys' podcast. Every name that you read, they are Subject 4 members, just like you. Well, other than Matthias, but that's because I use his material.
No, Matthias is Subject. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, dude. Well,
Bailey's the new Subject 1.
No.
Bailey. How dare you? Bailey is amazing.
Bailey's bad guy. Bailey is bad guy. I got bad guy vibes.
I am offended.
That's okay.
How could the creator of Sprout be a bad guy?
Okay. Okay. A little
Okay.
spell breaking here, but the creator is Sprouts, not the Bailey from 863. No, I just the fact that Deb I almost said last week. Who am I kidding? On Monday, Deb said that Nelson is close to Matthias.
Yeah.
And she didn't have any more information on that. It could be John Doe. But John Doe excused himself out of the equation. So I'm thinking it might be Bailey because Nelson was very interested in Bailey.
No, we don't even know what happened to John Doe though. Like,
well, no, but he excused himself, so he's no longer close to our team at all. So yeah, I'm thinking.
Well, unless he got kidnapped.
I think
or killed like Deb.
And I did. Okay, somebody did say over on the official server. It was the official server. They were talking about the episode, and I was like, Bailey's a bad guy, and everyone's all like, no, she isn't. And they were like, well, how could she have been affected? And I'm like, well, we don't know what happened on her break. But
yeah,
anyway, that's the only like hole in my theory is that we haven't seen her get infected like Matt did. Oh.
Yeah.
Excuse me, my throat is parched. But yeah. So I'm pretty excited for season 4. We have a lot of things that are changing. We had the new look. Now we had the new intro, and I'm just super excited. Season 4 is going to be the best because it's named after us. Did anyone catch that? My dad joke.
Yeah, it was great.
It was awesome.
100%.
100%. So let me pull up. I need to pull up
100%. I need to pull up the transcripts for the phone call because I think I'm gonna read that too, like we did last week.
Okay.
Thanks again to the Science Babes for writing all of these transcripts up. They sent it to me yesterday. They were like, "I think you before you ask, here's the here's the transcript for the phone call." I'm like, "Oh, awesome."
Sorry, I did not know our live stream was not monetized.
Well, let's monetize it.
Well, it is now, and you're all getting non-skippable ads.
Yeah.
Just because. Who was it? Was it Garrett that threatened to skip our ads?
I think it was. I do remember that. Yeah. I think it was Garrett. Garrett, how dare you? How dare you? I'm just kidding. You're not allowed to be here anymore. No.
So yeah. So let's hop into this episode. Let me pull it up here.
Us do it.
I have so many windows open. It's like, bang, I get a new computer and I think I could do everything at the same time.
I can't have more than like 8 tabs open before my computer's just like, no, you can't do that.
I still have
coming from a guy with a 10-year-old computer.
I still have oh, I just realized there's an ad on this video.
Whoa, an ad.
A sponsorship. Matthias got a Warby Parker.
Yeah, they got sponsored by Warby Parker. Again.
Yeah, so I just noticed that. I don't look at the
Garrett
description. Who looks in the description?
Garrett says 100 plus tabs. Get good.
Well, I mean, I still have DaVinci Resolve still on. Oops. So today we are going to be talking about the episode that was released on Wednesday. How dare you, Matthias, take over our upload time? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare you? How dare you get us more content and take our slot? Yeah. No. Definitely.
I feel like for the platforms in the community, there's a lot less of time. There's a lot less of slots where there's very few slots where there aren't anybody doing there's nobody doing something at some time, because Weird Subject 4, they were back last season, they were streaming as we were usually.
Yeah.
And it was really, and so I feel like even now it's with 3 episodes a week. It's going to be even more tight. And so I think
that's
it'll
why
take us a bit. It'll take everybody a bit to
it's
adjust.
also really good that here on our Discord we have the community partners, because there's more conversation going between each fan stream.
Platforms.
Yeah, the fan platforms. But yeah, sorry, an idea popped in my head, and I was all like, "No, we can't release that live."
Oh,
but but today, the very first comment made by Layla on Matthias's video is, "Can't believe you guys are uploading Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is the part of my day I look forward to." Us too.
yeah, us too,
Layla. So, if you are hiding under a rock and didn't know that they were uploading 3 times a week, they are. And today we are going to be talking about the episode "A Murderer Told Me to Meet Her Here." I don't like the title. I'm like,
I didn't either, because then it reminded me back of Nelson's influence on Matt and not trusting Deb.
No, it's not only that. It's not only that. It's just that it's all like, oh, that's what we're calling her. Like, through like the almost the entirety of the episode, you had Matthias really excited to meet her. The team really excited, and he was like almost giddy. I mean, he was giddy about grapes, which, by the way, I am also snacking on. But these are weird grapes that I'm
You're
eating.
a weird grape.
They're weird. They taste like cotton candy.
Oh, that sounds really good.
No, it sounds. Oh, we just got an alert.
Did we really?
Yes,
I didn't see it.
Did.
What? Ooh, thank you, Josh Rio.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh, for subscribing.
So, enough about my stupid weird grapes.
Enough about my stupid weird grapes.
I don't like it because, like, I don't know how it's made. I don't know how much artificial stuff I'm chowing down on.
Artie's eating synthetic grapes.
Made by Syntec.
Made by
But after I popped in another grape in my mouth. So, the fact that it's titled "A Murderer," I don't know. I just don't like the title. I get it. It's going to pull in more views because everyone's going to be like, "Oh, wait, what?"
Yeah. It's
definitely clickbait because they don't say anything about it. No.
Well, they do. Matt does mention, obviously, that she is a murderer, or she did murder Wes or something like that in the video. But I think even though he mentioned it, he was still really excited and still
we're gonna go see a murderer, guys! Yay!
Yeah, it's he wanted to finally put a face to somebody that we haven't really even seen her face. Like, we've heard her voice in recordings, and we've seen her in chat logs, and we've seen a distorted version of her in the D3B thing. Other than that, we haven't seen her at all. So I think I'd be excited too to put a face to somebody who, they've been trusting for a while, or at least, they wanted to trust for a while, who's been helping them stop, Nelson, to finally put a face to the name.
Yeah. Well, so we got the vlogging style again, which I love. And maybe that's what the difference between Nelson and Matt was, is that Matt likes, he has the YouTuber vlog style. And with Nelson, he was more, I don't know, video production ish.
Make Sam hold camera every time.
Yeah, and then
No, but I
make
really
Sam
think-
walk through doors first
I
every
think what I
time.
really like, and what I've noticed in these last 2 episodes, is I really like that they've still used both cameras, but you can kind of tell with which camera they're using what the mood is, or what, between Matt's vlog camera was kind of the more, funny stuff, the obviously the vlog part of it, but when they went and started doing the solving the riddle, and going over to the carpool area, which we'll get to later, but they used the rig then, so there was a big enough difference like a visual difference between how between what they were doing. Like, you could tell, oh, right now they're just kind of chilling out, having fun. Oh, now they're going to the rig. They're gonna, they're gonna go and do. They're gonna go and do.
The rig tells us we're going somewhere, whereas the
Right.
vlog is more like old high five content.
Right. Yeah.
Sticking around the studio.
The rig is more like serious stuff. For the A63 related serious
Did
stuff.
you send me the transcript? Did you want me to read it with
I
you?
did, but I will send it to you. I thought we would be going into some other stuff, kind of.
Honestly,
there wasn't a whole lot. I mean,
there was a lot. I mean, it was a good episode. It's just that there's not a whole lot to build a podcast on. I mean, we talked about the grapes. What more do you want?
I did want to talk about the riddle. So the golden thing, from what I said Monday, or Tuesday was the podcast, right? Monday episode, Tuesday podcast. Okay. But what I said, like, I think the only word that I got out of that phone call that I was like, I think that has something to do with the location, was golden.
It was golden.
Because Sam had said in the video, that doesn't seem like something she would just say in normal conversation. And I agreed with her. It seemed a little out of place, but purposefully out of place. But then the other word, that was the only thing personally where I thought, okay, that's definitely part of the riddle. Everything else that they found, I'm like, interesting. Okay, I see how that works. And I'm actually really surprised that, like, some of it like, looking at it, I'm like, are you sure?
The voice of Subject 4 just became a member, which is Grace, I believe. Or the voice of Subject 4.
It's yeah. But
thank you.
Thank you very much for the membership. I definitely, a lot of the things that they used to get to this location, I was really surprised, because I really didn't think that it would be part of the riddle. How, like, I'm stuttering a lot. I apologize.
Now you know how I feel when you've got an idea, it just happens.
Yeah, I didn't think it would some of these things would be part of this little riddle.
I think honestly, we weren't meant to solve the riddle because we're not in that area. We don't know that area. We don't.
Exactly.
Maybe someone who lives in the valley might been able to catch on some clues. But I mean, the major clue was golden.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think it was necessarily a riddle for us, because again, this was a riddle designed just for subjects 1, 2, and 3. Because if Subject 4 solved the riddle, that means it was too easy and a Syntec employee was going to be there.
Yeah.
Which...
And I think
There was.
Well, not specifically, but I think I think if Matt had said, help us with the riddle, we wouldn't have been able to find it. Because I know somebody in one of the servers, one of the many servers I'm in, said, "Oh, there's a storage. I think it was like a storage place that was like Golden Gate storage or something like that. That was in Santa Clarita specifically." And everybody's like Golden Gate Bridge, Golden Gate Bridge storage, and I think us not knowing the area, we wouldn't have been able to help. Like if Matt said, "Hey guys, help us with this," we would be so stunned. And obviously it was really good that Woods knew that area really well. I mean, he knew that there was he knew the restaurants at the end of the road, the McDonald's that they wanted to go to instead briefly. But they solved it a lot quicker than I expected, actually. They really did. It didn't take them very long to kind of piece it together.
Well, no. And I think that was more of a Matt. It was very driven by Matt. He had Woods writing it up on the board, but that's because he had the worst handwriting.
Well, Woods mentioned the road too.
No, I'm talking about it was driven by Matt. Like he was the one was like, "Hey, there are clues in here. Let's decipher them." And then they all started working together.
Right.
And that's like the difference between Nelson and Matt, because Matt gets his team to think for themselves and to start creating theories, whereas Nelson was kind of like self-driven, I guess.
Very, very self-driven. I mean, look, he's an egotistical madman.
True.
He's the owner of this company where they had government contracts. I'm sure he was full of cash. I don't doubt that at one point, if not still, I don't doubt that Nelson Cyphus is full of money, or at least has a lot of money but hides it. I don't expect Nelson Cyphus to have some mansion out in the Bahamas, but I would think Nelson has a lot of money. Sorry, I'm talking away from my microphone. That's probably why I'm quiet. But it would make sense to me that Nelson had a lot of money. So, and that's probably how he was able to, do all of this, right? Because obviously this company was international and he owned it. So, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he was, full of himself, and it shows too.
Yeah. Well, the next bit of this episode comes after this phone call. So do you want to go into the phone call and then we'll talk about the bit after?
Sure.
The absolute. Yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit of a rundown. I know we're not doing show beats, but I will. Like I did this yesterday. So team figures the riddle out, and they go to this little carpool area, and nobody's there. And I find it funny though too. They were like, okay, which car would Deb most likely drive? And then somebody's like, oh look, the Ford Mustang.
Well, it was Woods. Woods said the GT Mustang.
And then Sam was like, no,
that's actually more of a Gary Reynolds, I think.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Spoiler. But yeah, we can get into that phone call.
Who do you want to read?
I kind of wanted to read the GR part.
All right. I'll be Matt.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It starts with you.
Oh, it starts with me. Sorry, I was just pulling it up. Thank you, Science Babes, for this transcript. Hello?
Thank you very
Hello?
much, babes. State your name.
What? No, I don't even know who you are.
My name is Gary Reynolds.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of you.
I'm assuming then you're a Matthias?
How do you know that?
When your employee Woodland was being questioned at the station, he mentioned you.
You questioned my employee? I don't remember reading anything about you being a cop, man.
Don't change the subject.
Why are you calling me from this phone? Where's Deb?
I'm going to say this once and once only. You need to hand over the Absolate immediately. It is government property.
What? You expect me to believe some random guy on a payphone? Come on, man.
If you do not return the Absolate to us, I will be initiating a formal investigation, one that will likely result in your studio being shut down.
Where's Deb? I'm not giving you anything until you tell me where Deb is.
Deborah is deceased. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. If you release the Absolate to us, then there's no reason to further harass you. We can help each other.
No, hold on. We're not just changing the subject after that. What do you mean Deb is dead? How was she killed? How can I even trust you? Who are you? Like, come on, seriously.
But she is dead. That is the truth.
Look, I know you guys had a history together, okay? I know that. So this attitude you have, it doesn't surprise me. But she was fighting for something you couldn't even fathom. So when you say her name, say it with respect.
I want to pause for a moment. That part right there, I mean, Matt was at that, I mean, it seemed like in the last episode and even leading up to this, even if he was excited to meet Deb, it still seemed like he was on the fence a little bit.
I mean, the title of the video is
exactly. It still seemed like Matt was really on the fence, but at this moment,
after hearing that Deb is dead,
right? When you say her name, say it with respect. Something changed there, and I don't know if it has to do with, maybe Matt feeling like they're no longer, they're alone in this now, or if it just had to do with grief. But I mean, it changed. I mean, it was very obvious right there. When you say your name, say it with respect. There was a definite change in attitude there with Matt. But I will continue now.
Yeah, we're almost
memories
done.
of her are of little importance to me. Deborah herself is of little importance. That is not why I called.
My man, you just told me someone I care about, someone who I trust, is dead, and you want me to just go jumping through hoops for you? Some guy I don't even know, never even met, I don't even know if you're legit at all.
I'm going to pause again, and I'm sorry.
Well, hold on. Keep going. We only have 2 more lines.
Okay. When you're ready to make your decision, this is my direct line. Beep. Sorry.
It'd be funny if he just was like swearing. First, you can tell me how she died, and then maybe... And then he hangs up.
But what I was going to say was, I think, like, kind of moving back to my previous subject, I think at this point was when Matt was, like, finally, like, made up his mind that he trusted Deb. And that I find interesting. The other thing I find interesting is that it just popped through my head now. Matt said, you just told me someone I care about, someone who I trust is dead, and you want me to go jumping through hoops for you? Some guy I don't even know, never met, I don't even know if you're legit at all. That's kind of what they did for Deb, though. They didn't really know Deb. They saw her in chat logs, and then they were talking to her over this little, I mean, essentially over the phone. They kind of did this. I just find it interesting. He's like, why would we jump through hoops for you? When they did the same thing for Deb. Not saying that I want them to. I mean, I don't want them to do it. I don't want them to hang out.
Well, for one thing, Deb... They jumped through hoops with Deb because it was if you think about it, they found her office. They found all these items. And then they found Deb, and she started talking to him through the emulator. And they had already seen the effects of the serum. They had already seen somebody breaking into their studio. They've already experienced all these things, and then this person who has answers is telling them what to do and how to do it. They're going to do that. But this is some guy on a payphone. There's a huge difference between how, the Deb approached them versus how GR is. GR is being very threatening. um, uh, to taking down the business. But after this phone call, Matt realizes that the absolute is important. He's like, I took it off at Megadesk. They get there and it's gone. The cleaning, they look it up and they see that the cleaning crew was there, and a person walked into Megadesk and had swiped it. I watched that scene with that lady, the blonde lady. I watched that like frame by frame on slow motion.
Yeah, I did too.
She avoids the camera, not only the cameras, but the reflections.
Yeah.
I was trying when she walks up to the door to leave, you can't see a reflection in the door. When she walks past the windows, you still can't see her reflection. When she walks into Megadesk, she has her head down in front of the screens. Like, this person knows exactly where all the cameras are and where you could potentially see a reflection.
Yeah.
Like, I was frame by frame trying to get some kind of facial features other than blonde. The only thing, the blonde, did it seem fake to you, the blonde hair?
To me,
like it was a big bushy wig.
It did kind of feel, it either felt fake or she purposely did her hair so it would be like, it would cover her face very well. Like, I'm sure you could probably...
She defined the messy bun.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it did look fake. Does that make me think it wasn't Deb? No, I still think it was Deb. But, I mean, unless it was somebody else who was wearing a blonde wig. But what's the point?
I'm about to say something that's going to piss off a lot of people.
Great. I love that.
Okay. This is going to piss a lot of Subject 4 podcast fans, because, since season 2, I've been thinking that Deb is dead since Zoe, one of the moderators, said it. So I was like, you know what? It fits. Like, she is dead. I don't think Deb's dead anymore, guys.
I don't think Deb's dead. I never did in the first place.
It could be Jordan in the video disguising herself as Deb. But the one thing...
I really don't like making theories about Jordan. And here's why. I don't know anything about Jordan.
Well, we don't know anything about Wes either.
Which is why he's another character he's another character.
Well, Scott, sorry. We do know things about Wes. We've heard Wes's voice.
Right. But
we've been to his grave.
Right. I don't make obviously I don't make theories about Wes because I don't think Wes is alive. I don't necessarily think Wes is alive. It's a possibility that he's not, but I don't know if he is. But I don't make theories about Jordan because I don't know to what extent she worked with Deb. I don't know to what extent, to how close she was with anybody. We don't know too much about her yet.
Well, and okay.
And GR, like, I'll make theories about GR only because he was a government contract. Or, sorry, let me rephrase. It's not contractor, but government consultant. And
this is the reason I don't think Deb is dead, and it's because of GR. It's not because we saw a blonde swipe it. No, it's because of two things that he said in this conversation. He said, if you do not return the absolute to us, I will be initiating a formal investigation, one that will likely result in your studio being shut down. Then Matt says something, and then GR goes back to, Deborah is dead. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Yeah. If you release the absolute... Hold on, I'm not done. If you release the absolute to us, then there is no reason to further harass you. We can help each other. The thing is I believe that Deb knew that GR was going to make this phone call. I believe that Deb knew that GR was on the trail, knew that they had the absolate. So what she did was she went in and took it from Matt. So now Matt is not responsible. Now Matt can be like, I don't have it. So now GR can't do this investigation. Now GR can't do anything he threatened Matt with. Deb went in to protect Matthias.
Exactly.
So I 100% do not think Deb is dead. Or, the theory, there is a theory that Deb is dead and that it's actually Jordan who's carrying on like Deb's legacy. Whoever swiped it was protecting Matt.
Right. I think, because that recording tape was the night before. So the night before they went over. So I personally now I think Deb is indeed deceased. But obviously she wasn't in at that time. So
no, I don't think she showed up. I don't think she showed up because she knew that GR was on their trail. So she didn't show up and GR made the phone call because he's on their trail.
Oh, I think she's dead.
Oh.
With that, like I think there's some things to not believe and some things to believe, and I think
I don't want that. I don't want that because
I don't want it either.
Well, no, I don't want that because then there's no hope. There's no one fighting. She said in her last conversation that she has been called to stand. And the fact that she's wiped out before the second episode of season 4, no, I don't think so. That can't.
Okay,
can't.
I don't think she was dead. Well, she wasn't. Like, you thought she's dead for a while. I've been thinking she's been alive, but at this point, now that we see this from GR, I think she is now dead, where she wasn't before, but is now. And right, Phantom Overkill on the Discord says, but there's still Ben. Right. So we still have Ben who could possibly help us in the future. So it's not like we're fully alone.
We still have Ben. I don't know. I don't want the crazy guy. I want Deb.
I want Ben. Like
I don't want him.
I've seen those like the Phantom Redemption, like the redeemed Phantom fan arts and stuff. I love that. I would love to see more of Ben.
I want to see Ben and Deb together.
Well, I know, but
a fighting force. That's what I want.
Deb is dead.
But no.
my sister calls Ben Benji. That's a thing between us.
Benji. Ben is not my favorite character. Deb and Matthias.
I love Ben. I think
Matthias.
Ben is probably my favorite.
Matthias is my favorite, and then goes Deb. And you know what? I would have to say season 2 hated her. Didn't like her. Didn't want.
I loved her the whole time.
I didn't. I was team Benji. But now I'm like, no, I want more Deb. Like, after the crap that we've been through in season 3, I'm like, no, I want Deb. She's like a security blanket for me now. I'm like, no, I don't want to deal with phantoms anymore. I don't want to deal with Nelson anymore. I want Deb. I want Deb,
Thanks,
guys.
Deborah is deceased. Deb is dead.
Saraxa?
I don't think she's alive.
Saraxa likes to go against whatever I'm saying.
Yeah, and then I usually end up agreeing.
I don't remember what I was gonna say. But
Dixon stuff. I'm just kidding.
Oh, by the way, did anyone catch what the cleaning crew what it said on their back?
No, I wasn't really paying attention to that.
It's the company's name is Cleaning Crew.
Well, either that or
Whoa, mind blown.
No, either that was the company name, or that's just like the company names on the front, and then it just says cleaning crew on the back, like that, like to show
Same emblem on the front as in the back.
Oh, really?
I told you,
The
I
emblem
watched that
says-
scene frame by
The
frame.
emblem says cleaning crew. I did
Yeah.
not notice that. That is hilarious.
It's a like. It's like
Matthias
a floor.
hired
It's
the
a
best.
floor. It's a floor wet sign,
Yeah.
and it says
Matthias
cleaning crew.
hired the best. It is the one, the only cleaning crew.
The cleaning crew. That is why this podcast is named that, because it's just so funny. The cleaning crew.
Matthias hires only the best cleaning
If
crew.
only we could get like a rap battle between like subjects 1, 2, and 3 versus the cleaning crew. That'd be awesome. I would pay for that. Come on, Matt. Come on, Shenelle. Make it happen. Can we get that in the behind the scenes or a blooper? Yes. Yes. Which, by the way, if you are not a premium member of Plus 863, you should be, because they still get the blooper reels that are made by none other than Amon. Yeah. Amonymous.
He's awesome.
I like how Emiko says his name, Amani Mouse.
Honestly, I haven't talked to Amon in so long, and every time I talk
I
to him,
just talked to him. He just saw our
Amon, if
channel.
you're around listening, like, hit me up, man. We should talk. Like,
we'll
we
do
haven't talked in a while.
Well, we are pushed for time. Because,
oh, really?
Well, yeah, because our goal is an hour and a half podcast, because
Gotcha.
Artie has a job.
Uh-oh.
So if you weren't here Tuesday, I booked it directly from the podcast to work. Then Thursday, I'm booking it directly to work again. So.
Good. All right. Well, we've been going for.
By the way, I do want to make some little housekeeping thing. I don't know if we're going to have a podcast on Saturday. We're going to see how the Friday episode goes. Yep. If there is like podcast worthy material, like it's an actual episode and not like a reacting to fan art and, fan theories or something like that. On like a Reddit React video, and that there is like story content on Friday's episode, there will be a episode on Saturday. So if you want to keep updated on when we're going to post on Saturday, join our Discord. The link for it is in the description. Also, yeah, and there will be a community post, just like how this premiered. There will be one on Saturday if we do one on Saturday.
Yeah.
If we do one on Saturday, but
someone is introduced to Project 863. Subject 4, they're probably dead. Someone is announced as dead. Subject 4, they're alive.
They have to be alive.
Yeah. So are we?
That's not Subject 4. That's an Artemis thing. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's an Artemis thing.
Are we officially closing out, or are we going to continue? I mean, there
was
no.
We're pulling people up. Me and you are closing out. I'm done hearing me.
Alrighty. Yeah. If you would like to come up and share your thoughts, theories, etc., and you are not in the Discord, please join the Discord. I put it in the YouTube chat. And if you are on the Discord, you can come into the recording room and hit the raise your hand button. And I will be picking people to come up and join us in the podcast, because it's not our podcast, it is your podcast. So
YouTube just got an ad, so
I'm just kidding. All right, so I will wait a couple seconds for them to get back into live, because I can't see. Apparently I'm behind. I don't actually usually get ads, so my account is funny. But I will be bringing somebody who I don't think I've actually brought up before. But once, I'll give it a couple seconds. I'm going to continue just randomly mumbling, and then I will bring somebody up. Okay, I'm gonna invite somebody. Godbreaker, I'm gonna invite you. Interesting username. Indeed. This should be a little thing. There you go. Perfect.
Hello?
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi. Sorry, this is my first time actually using Discord, so if I stutter,
It's okay.
Hey,
Nugs has been stuttering the entire
I've been
time.
stuttering the whole time. It's like my first podcast ever. And
okay.
then Artie's been hosting for like over a year, almost a year now, and she's
Almost,
so nervous.
not over yet. Don't make me seem
Almost.
older than what
But
I
yeah,
am.
but what do you got for us? What do you got for
Well, first off, I actually did try to talk to you guys a long time ago as of season 3. Remember?
Yeah, I think I've seen you before, but some people have been called up.
Yeah. The
I've been
reason
meaning to
why I
bring
wasn't able to speak is because I didn't know how to actually speak. I didn't know I needed like a headphone in order to talk. So
Yep.
that's why I wasn't able to speak. But
It's all good.
so after watching the first 2 episodes of season 4, I was like, really? This is how we're gonna start the season?
I think,
So
yeah, it was a really interesting start. Continue, sorry.
so I really want to talk about like mostly the phone call when Gary Reynolds said that he had like a police officer having Woods questioned, and he said he mentioned him. I mean, Woods never said what he told them. He never told about like his questioning with the police. So we have no idea what he said, what kind of questions he asked, what they asked. So is there anything that he told them that he is not telling us?
I don't know. I think on the topic of them being questioned, it wouldn't be very hard for some government guy to just, come in, hey, I have a fancy badge. This means I can do whatever I want in here. I'm gonna question this guy. So it's definitely it makes sense to me that he could question them. And if that does Woods wouldn't know that he was government or not. Woods I mean, it sounds like Gary himself questioned Woods. And and Woods obviously didn't know about it. But yeah, he could have given them something that they haven't said yet. It's really waiting to see what happens. I uh, waiting to see if he comes. Yeah, this is what was told me, and then
He didn't really
Matt
say that. He said like
I mean
during
in
the
the
interrogation he mentioned you. Maybe he was
right.
like, the guy on the other side of the one-way mirror,
True.
But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be hard for a government employee to get on the other side of that mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since we already know that the prison, their local prison, their local officer unit is kind of controlled by Syntec.
Yeah.
But it because I mean, we saw the pen in season 3 when Ben was there.
True.
Which bothers me because he wasn't talking
Ben?
to Matthias. So why did Ben tell Nelson? I don't know. It's weird.
About
The pen. He said, "Don't forget to sign out, Matthias." But
Yeah.
Matthias at the time was under the influence of Nelson.
Yeah, and he he's just like gasp. Oh my gosh, it's a Syntec pen, because he was playing the part of Matt.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, really. Well, I guess Nelson himself wasn't playing Matt. It was still Matt, but his goals were changed. And
Well, it wasn't Matt because Matt doesn't remember all of it. He said he for last thing he remembers was the bomb going off.
No, but Matt himself, even in the official Discord, he was talking a couple days ago. He was saying, this is in public chats too. He was saying that it was changed. The goals were changed, not like it wasn't always Nelson, or Nelson didn't take control until like the very end, but his goals were changed, but he just doesn't. I just don't think he remembers it.
See, that
because of
doesn't.
how much
It doesn't make
it doesn't
sense.
make it
Doesn't
really
make effing sense. Sorry.
Well, and if we go back to like my theory the other day with, on Tuesday with Nelson's mind and Matt's mind coming together, and this is why Matt's having these Syntec dreams, but that could cause enough strain on the brain having 2 in 1 essentially to
'Cause
make
he's-
him forget.
In episode, he said he was seeing everybody, seeing around them. Everyone looks upset. That's why he tagged the wall. What's wrong? That his subconscious did that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I guess you have to live it to understand it, but I don't understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, GR didn't sound like an old man either.
Nope.
The girl
That
in
is
the yellow
confusing.
wig, she didn't look young. She didn't look old. Ben
don't
doesn't look
understand.
old.
No, he does not look how old he should.
Maybe
But hey,
in our like in our story, in order to time jump, you have to die. That would make sense, because then there would be no going back. And she even said that you can't correct the past. There's no correcting the past, but you could jump to the future.
Interesting.
So maybe you do have to die. So maybe Deb is dead because she had to die so she could jump. Nelson's dead because he had to jump. Did Ben die? I don't know. But Wes is dead. Has he not come into the story in the present because he hasn't jumped yet?
Hmm.
I don't know. I shouldn't talk about
I
time.
mean-
I already broke Nick this morning about time.
Doesn't surprise me.
I mean, I spent a lot of my time, most of my time on Reddit looking at, like theories of our people, but most notably like the Science Babes. They upload a theory. I'm giving them credit for this. That they say that Wes is probably controlling Matt because of the initiation protocol. Where have you ever see how much like Matt has changed, like in a good way?
Yeah, like Matt is giddy about meeting up with Deb, and he
weren't we
hugged
all-
Ben.
I mean, wasn't everyone kind of giddy because we're actually going to put a face on this person who has been helping us all these years? I mean, for years or like months, people, especially Subject 4, have been making like fan art of her having like a computer screen for a head. So it felt great that we were finally gonna get a face on this person. I mean,
Yeah.
didn't you? And so, if that's true, then I mean, in season 3, Matt was pretty much anti-Deb, and as we all know, that Nelson and Deb really don't like each other. They hardly ever see eye to eye with anything. Like, true? And so now in season 4, he's like, oh, almost fully trusting Deb at this point. I mean, considering everything that he has been put through by Nelson, the mind control, and what he put his team through. Yeah. But what really sort of frustrates me that if it's truly Wes controlling Matt, wouldn't he know if that was Deb who was calling them? Because I mean, for someone who's worked with her, she would know what her voice sounds like. So, is it truly Deb, or was it someone pretending Deb? Maybe joining Kendall. I don't know, but it just kind of frustrates me a little bit, considering how if it was truly Wes, he would know what Deb's voice sounds like. I mean, you understand what I'm going for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your thoughts on that theory?
About that Wes is controlling Matt.
Yeah.
I
don't like it because there's no evidence to back it up other than the absolute. But he's no longer wearing the absolute.
I think for me, it's another one of those things, like I was saying earlier. I don't like to make a lot of theories, especially when I don't know much about the person, much about their history. There's too many unknowns, and there's not a lot of things that would back it up necessarily. Like Artie said, the only thing that could back it up is the absolute. But like she said as well, it's Matt no longer has it. So specifically because there's not a lot to back it up, I don't know. But that's me. Yeah.
I don't know. It's still a nice theory to think about, but that's about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
As of right now, it's like one of those theories that you keep on the back burner and then you think about it as time goes on. And if you start building the evidence for it, then you can then your theory can truly develop more.
Yep.
But yeah. Let's go ahead. Thank you so much, Godbreaker. And I'm so glad you figured out Discord. I know that Ink Knight is helping somebody over on YouTube who's a little... I mean, honestly, when I joined Discord, I just thought it was just a way to chat to people when I played games. I didn't know anything about servers or anything like that. And I celebrate every time I use a bot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, because she's like, hey Nugs, let's do this. I'm like, okay, well, here's a better way to do it.
Well, honestly, I the only thing that I know about Discord is just self-taught, just what I see things. But I'm still better at it than Matt. So
yeah,
still better at it. I mean, Matt was the one who called.
I'm one of the mods over there.
Matt was the one that called the season 4 art album cover. Is that what did he call it? He didn't call it season 4 artwork. It was
I don't
it
know.
was like album. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna trash him. I'm gonna throw him under the bus for a second.
Southern, you took that out of that quote out of context is hilarious.
What?
She sorry. Southern quoted, still better at it than Matt. Without any other context in podcast.
Oh yeah. He said new album art for season 4 is live. Huh?
Oh, like
album
the
art?
Yeah.
The nice album art.
Bye, Matilda.
And then he posted about the 2FA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still better at Discord than Matt. How's that for a quote? Okay.
Alrighty, let's we want to bring somebody else up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, God.
I look forward to speaking again on the next podcast.
Yeah, definitely. And thanks for joining us here.
Yep.
Have so long, and remember to breathe.
Oh, thank God you said something I forgot.
Do we want to do somebody else, or?
Yeah, we have until 2:30.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna bring somebody up I also haven't seen before. The captain of the it's cut off. The captain of the Victory. I'm gonna invite you to speak.
The captain of the Victory.
Hello, sailors.
Oh, hello.
How you be?
Eh,
Doing all right.
I would be better if I didn't have to go to work after this. How are you?
I am very well.
Good.
So, do you
Good,
have
good.
a theory, a question, or a thought?
I have a theory that Gary Reynolds did not have a father growing up.
Yes, definitely. I don't think so. Well, he could have.
Well, we all know when you go to serve the redcoats that you only served because you didn't have a loving father.
Well, no, because you don't join the government because you didn't have a loving father. It's more you went there for a power play. Maybe you had
that'd be true.
So that would mean it's not the absence of a father. You had an overbearing father.
Yeah, my father was shot in the head with a cannon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but actually, my theory is that that Nelson is still with them because I can kind of hear the voice is never. Yeah, I don't know.
So
When
you
you're
think
at
the
sea for
voices are
fif-
still with them?
Yes, that Nelson is still with Matt.
Well, yeah, that's what Deb said, but where? Where do you think Nelson's hiding?
In his conscience.
Oh, in Matt's conscience.
Because I don't think Gary. It took because Gary would have had to found out the meeting location before them to kill Deborah.
Well, they're on passive, but there's the fact that Matt is still dreaming about Syntec would mean that he's still having. There's still a connection there.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, Captain.
And also,
I totally agree with you.
I think that Matt is envisioning Nelson's mind when it comes to those dreams. Because Nelson has seen those faces, but Matt hasn't. So Matthias is dreaming about Nelson's visions, what Nelson saw. Yeah.
I agree with you. I think so too. And we'll probably Grace says, I wonder if he's unlocking Nelson's thoughts. I think so too. With REM sleep, the
That's
brain
what I
is
think,
highly
yeah.
active. So it could be when the brain is highly active in that state, like REM sleep, it could mean that he could be getting into Nelson's thoughts. So yeah, the connection is still there. The only thing is the spire's off. So it's hasn't severed the connection, because the connection could be remade. All you have to do is turn on the spire again, if you could do that.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if we're going to go back to the spire this season.
Yeah, that'd be because I think that kind of goes back to what I was saying before. It's like with the minds going together, I think he's now like part of Nelson was left in Matt. Those memories, or left or copied.
I don't think it's copied, and I don't think it's left. I think it's because he's still there, like the captain's saying that he's still there. It's just that he's unable to control.
Am I allowed to speak about something BTS?
Nah, you can talk about that on the behind the scenes on the Discord, but not on the podcast. We try to stick with what's on the story. But thank you for asking. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
But everything you were saying, Captain, I totally agree with you. And Zach wants to know if he has permission to come aboard.
Yeah, because if he did, I was going to throw you overboard.
Yeah.
Good thing I can swim, because I'll probably get kicked overboard. That's one of my dreams.
It's definitely an honor to have the captain of the Victory here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't obey the captain, you get thrown overboard or hanged.
I don't want to be hanged. It's one of my dreams to get thrown overboard off of a pirate ship. That would be my bucket list. I would love that. I would
think
love
we
to
could make that
cause a
happen.
mutiny, get caught, and then get thrown overboard. That is one of my bucket list things.
The flying Dutchman will come for you.
Zach says he can't swim, so he definitely is going to be playing by all
Do
the
the locker
rules.
for you, matey.
Yeah, don't try to copy me, or else I'll shoot you in the head. Yar.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
Well, thank
Yar.
you. Thank you. You're going to get in trouble. You're just a lord. You're not a captain. But thank you so much for that, Captain. I completely
thank you.
agree with everything you just said.
Yeah, good, because I was going to throw you overboard. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
I must get back to sailing. Goodbye.
Soroxa said, I had to do something and I came back to this.
We had
When
the
is
glorious
Talk Like a Pirate
captain-
Day?
We had the glorious captain of the victory here. Thank you for coming on. That was really awesome. When is National Talk Like a Pirate Day? Because I do not.
September
wanna talk like a
19th.
pirate. September?
September 19th.
Great. Is that well? I guess we'll see. we'll see what the upload schedule
let's
is then.
see. Maybe we should do something for the podcast. We'll make
Sure.
the captain of the victory the host. But do we have anyone else?
We do. We got a couple people left, and they're all members. I say, let's bring Bread up. I don't think we've heard him in a little bit, and we'll probably have.
He's going to
be...
say something. I'm going to disagree with him, and it's going to turn out to be true.
Neck.
No neck. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Bread. Bread is one of our tier 3 subscribers, members, I should say. So, if you two want to help support us, get access to some awesome perks, including a Minecraft server, consider becoming a member by hitting the join button next to the subscribe button. See, I'm still stuttering. All right, Bread, how are you?
Artemis, I appreciate the soul read. Doing good today.
What?
Your read. He's gonna say something, I'm gonna disagree with it, and it's gonna be true.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
It's just facts. It's tradition.
It's tradition.
Everyone,
All right, Bread.
everyone knows I hate neck.
5 seconds. Shall I
for it.
remind you the Matt and the Kids emoji that I made?
What do you got for us?
Oh, yeah.
Bread?
So I've noticed something weird, which was that Gary Reynolds knew Matthias as Woods' boss. He was able to recognize his voice over the phone. So I think that while Matthias was under the influence of Nelson, they spoke at some point, any point in time.
Interesting.
And that could have been whenever the Syntec survivor was murdered, because I've always thought that the priests arrived suspiciously quickly, considering the time that Woods called. I don't know how California cops work. Here it takes like 5 minutes for the cops just to get a mile. But Matthias and Gary spoke at some point under the influence of Nelson's Lifeless.
Interesting. Oh, as in, yeah, okay. That's really interesting. I'm not 100% sure though. Like, there's a couple things like back and forth in my head right now. I think one of the things is he says, I'm assuming. I think it says, I'm assuming you're
I'm
Matthias.
assuming you're Matthias. Yeah, he did.
There's two sides, because yes, they could have spoke, but also they could have, because obviously Gary knew that they would be there, right? Obviously he was listening into the phone call, so he calls and they answered. Who else is gonna answer a random payphone call? at
Some
this
random
specific
hobo on the
payphone
street.
at
Me.
this exact.
Me. If I walk by and there's a ringing payphone, I'm answering. I just do that. I also
Give me your social security number.
totally
Yes,
You'll get a
I
lot
will.
of free stuff.
Thank you so much, Eagle Funny. I think
Thank
Did you
ya.
join? Did you
Uh,
join?
so I definitely would answer a ringing payphone. I mean, okay, I grew up with payphones. You guys, it's a novelty for you guys, but I grew up with payphones. I grew up walking by the payphones and sticking my finger in the coin return slots, and being lucky to find 50 cents so I could buy a Coke. Like, I remember doing that at Walmart. They
That's what I
still
used to do.
have payphones at Walmart by the vending machines, but no one uses payphones, so you can't get the free 50 cents.
I used to do the same thing with those claw machines. People would leave their
Yeah.
stuffed animals so they would have spare money sitting around. You guys do
Give
that.
me money.
Go buy some beef jerky.
But
I don't
know.
Artemis doesn't know what she's talking about half the time.
I don't. I make this all up as I go. If you guys haven't caught that on by now, it's been almost a year.
Don't
Come
we
on,
all?
come on, come on, come on, come on. No, I'm just kidding.
Almost. Not
Yeah, well,
quite.
definitely, it is definitely interesting to think about, specifically because how much more about Matt, if this is true, how much more about Matt does Gary know?
Woods boss. That's about it. According to
No, he knew he had the absolute.
Yeah.
had.
Well, he had because, okay, in Gary's mind, has. We know had. So,
Mhm.
but
I mean-
he knew about that, and I don't think Woods told him about that. I think he just used Woods as a so he didn't want, because he's not gonna tell him how he knew. Oh, I know because I like your videos, subscribed, and rang the bell.
Yeah.
I joined your membership.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
can drink this
I'm
cred.
I'm a plus 863 member. I think he just mentioned that to throw him off. I don't think he learned anything about Matthias because of a brief interrogate. Like, it was brief. Like, they went through Woods' car, and then Woods is calling him saying, "Hey, I need to be picked up." So it was a brief interrogation. I don't think they learned anything from Woods. He has other means to learn it. So,
YouTube channel.
His YouTube channel.
I mean, works for the government. Of course he's going to lie.
Is he a tier 3 member for the
For the Subject 4 podcast, he better be.
Yeah, he better be.
He
I wanna see
better.
him play Minecraft.
Yes, he better be. He better be on the Minecraft server. He better be making.
You just wait till one Mr. GR joins the Minecraft server.
We all
Oh my
go to the
gosh.
Minecraft server one day, and everything is destroyed, and then just there's a giant Pentagon.
We did had
a recreation of the Pentagon.
We did have an issue with somebody destroying buildings. Maybe that was a GR. Who knows?
That was a while ago. That was
that was the
before
old server.
It was.
That's the old server.
That was the old server. This
was
server
the-
is better because it's haunted.
It's better because I live in. It's better because I live in the Death Star.
It's better because it's haunted. I'm sorry. It's better because it's haunted.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Interesting to think about, indeed.
Well, thank you so much for that, Brad. We have time for one more person.
Yes.
We got 10
Speed
minutes.
run. Speed run.
Speed run.
You tired?
I actually do got to go here soon too. So yeah, thank you, Brad.
All right, see ya, Nugs.
He didn't
Yeah.
say bye to me, little jerk.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that, Brad.
Do we want to do one more? Or do we want to close out?
We're going to
'Cause-
actually have to close out. I just
All
realized
right,
10
that's
minutes.
fine.
Well, thank you everyone who joined. I do notice that we have Layla the person that I read their comment on the Matthias video, Layla is on the YouTube chat. Hi,
Layla.
Layla. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you so
for
much.
joining us.
But yeah, we're gonna have to close this out. Again, if you guys have any more theories that we did not get to, post it into our Discord. We have a theorist theater there that you can post. I look through them. Nugs looks through them. The science babes look through them. Shenelle might look through them.
It wouldn't surprise.
Well, it gives it. I know. I know, especially like on the official server, it gives her an idea of what subject force temperature is like.
Yeah.
But thank you, everyone. Thank you for, if you are new to us, hi. We are going to be uploading every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Saturdays, if we feel like it. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're going to be live streaming 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For an hour and a half, we will be doing that right before Artie has to go to work. So if you are interested in becoming a YouTube member, we have mentioned that quite a few times. We had one up here, Subreddit. You can just hit the join button below, and tiers 2 and up, so tiers 2 and 3 get access to our Minecraft server. The video that you saw before the podcast started, right after the countdown, we had the title sequence. Season 5, we're going to be implementing all of our members' names into a video just like that. It's not going to be the same because we're going to season 4. So that is going to be another perk. And that is for that's for tiers 1, 2, and 3. We're going to be doing special credits for it too. So you will be credited because everyone who was on that video, all the names that you saw, help make this platform the best platform it is. They are all part of Subject 4, except for Matthias. But they are. I have to give the guy credit. We use his material. But so everyone on there makes this podcast possible. And yes, that's even Matthias as well, because if he doesn't allow us to use his material, there is no podcast. But the members, you guys also make this platform possible, and we thank you guys for it. Seasons 5, we will have that kind of appreciation for you guys, because without your guys' support, we wouldn't be where we're at today. But if you're out there thinking, oh, but I don't have, finances are tough right now, I'm not going to be able to do that. You can always do something. Engaging in the video, commenting down below, liking the video, sharing the video with your friends, getting people to join us in this 863 community, whether they're already inside 863 or this is how you introduce them. Then you're helping out our community. Subscribing, I think I read it. I think it's like 10% of people who are watching and listening to my voice right now are not subscribed. And I have a sneaky suspicion of who those people are. But you should subscribe. Subscribe. On the bottom of the screen here, you have been seeing our social medias, how you can get a hold of us. Join in the conversation, reach out to us on those social media platforms, and we will see you guys around. And thanks for being here, and thank you for being part of the best subject that 863 has to offer.
And don't forget, we actually have a website where you guys can come and buy a lot of different merch options. We have clothing, we have water bottles, and
everything. I am so sorry. I forgot to announce the winner of our 1-year anniversary.
Oh, we did forget.
I totally
Shoot.
forgot about it
I'm so
last
glad I remembered
on
that.
Tuesday. So
Drum
Thursday.
roll.
So Thursday, I meant Thursday, guys. I didn't mean Tuesday. I meant the Thursday live stream. But the winner of the 1-year art contest goes to Angie. Thank you, Angie. I think you had the most votes because of the audience also voted. It wasn't just I did not vote, by the way, guys.
Nope.
Thanks for the bribery money, but I didn't vote. No, I couldn't remain impartial because I was like, oh, but this. So I actually had a group of secret people who decided. And they took in consideration of all the audience members' polls as well. But congratulations to Angie. You will be commissioned on your artwork. We will be paying to use your artwork. But yeah, that will go up on sale sometime next week, I believe. But Squatter will be in touch with you, Angie. He's going to do the final touches because there's some things that don't not everything can transform well onto printed items, and especially like screen printed items. So he's going to keep your style and your art, but he is going to make it more able to printing abilities to it. And Squatter does all of our artwork, so it's in good hands. That should go on sale, and after this month that goes away forever. So if you want to get Angie's artwork, gotta grab it next week. You have until the end of the month, and then it goes away until next year. We'll do another thing for year 2 because I'm not planning on quitting yet. But
neither am I.
But thank you, everyone. Thank you for everyone who participated. There were so many great artworks, such great talent that we have out there. And that's why I couldn't vote, because you guys are all amazing. And thank you guys so much. But we're going to go ahead and end the podcast. Again, like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And we will see you guys, if we feel about it, Saturday. Look for our community post or look for us on Discord. We'll let you know. Or, reach out to us on social media and see, hey, is there going to be a podcast? We'll let you know. And we'll catch you guys. If we don't catch you guys on Saturday, we will see you here on Tuesday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Bye.
Bye-bye.